on the team is right behind him. They have been leaning heavily on the Georgia Tech transfer, and he
runs to get north and south.
No one in the backfield for Bryce on this second down play. Surveys the field, and it's Ja'Cory
Your faces in the wide receiving.
Defensive coordinator calling plays quickly. Gibbs following blockers around the left end. First down, Crimson Tide.
When they were up tempo, they had their foot on the gas.
In Georgia. Jackets, Bryce fakes to Gibbs, goes to the side towards the end zone, touchdown.
Come back to Holden, the most prominent receivers in the passing game.
33-yard touchdown. And
to shuffle the deck a little, and he's going to chunk it deep down the field, and it's intercepted.
Driggers came up with, as Will Anderson is.
Quickly, they get it off, and Anderson Jr., touchdown! There's Derek Thompson.
The welcome recipient.
And after Louisiana Monroe, for halftime, it looked like he got a piece of that football that Bird. Rodgers off of the interception, tries to go back to the air.
The edge and protection. And this was something that they were keenly, they execute very well.
3rd and a mile for Rodgers. This is an underneath throw. Pocket. And the Warhawks will have to punt again. This punt. Here comes the Tide, and they block it. It's going to be picked up.
Or how about that? A defensive touchdown, now a special teams touchdown.
All 3 phases, Stench. Chandler Rodgers to Malik Jackson, and he's met by 7-9. Tries to escape, but Anderson is able to get to him. Thinking it was Sunday instead of Saturday.
Yeah, Pete Golden couldn't believe it.
Only guy stopping himself at the moment. Rodgers tried to squeeze fence, is finally back on the field, and here's their number 1, Jahmyr Gibbs, on what steps up now, dumps it. The leading receiver on the team as another.
We're going to hear about Bryce Young throughout this game.
And Bill O'Brien both were raving about his leadership. Takes it out of McClellan's belly and throws it to.
That's what Jermaine Burton didn't really materialize last versus Texas.
McClellan eludes the 2 tacklers.
Could have just decided to run early.
This guy is Houdini.
He was kind of like, I can't believe.
Last week to beat Texas, the SEC Special Teams Player of the Week, and his bandit in 2005. Just to flash that.
Sorry for those fans as they were the first time we saw him.
It was such a wild exit. They don't have veteran reserves, or as many of them. There's at SEC schools these days, transfer if they're not starters, as that's an incomplete pass. Rodgers moves the pocket. It's complete, and it's a first. ULM is 1 of 5 on 3rd down, and Rodgers is going down. Trio of Bama defenders
have been
in the backfield there.
Dallas behind the coverage.
Nice catch
This
and
is
move by
McClellan, who had that long touchdown run against.
Fakes to Bryce.
Tell you what, all 3 of the coaches we met with on 3rd and 6. Young dumps it off. And again, it's Gibbs, but he's short.
Before they stood there, they were right over the ball. Point like, hey, give us
Eric Thomas.
A serious issue. You knew that the regular faces would be as well.
And here is Jackson to the side.
From Malik Jackson as he bounced that run.
Being a hateful competitor.
Yes. Moore
Byron certainly got the message. Nice pass on the
statistically in the country. That ball was on.
Rodgers gets out of there, and he gives him. This is 3rd. He's going to move out of the pocket, get drilled, and deliver a perfect pickup of 11, and he was feeling the heat. And this to Jackson, and Malik scores their 6th touch.
He just collapsed.
Did it in 4 minutes and 50 seconds. It's only the 2nd red zone touchdown. Teams being ranked highly was against him. His first in 1994.
Georgia tied them. And then I believe the following week they lost to the Tide. to end that NCAA sanctions, and then you just kept on winning that second year.
Didn't get to coach in the Iron Bowl that year. It's a third straight Jace McClellan run. There is a flag down. It is a first. He's at the top of your screen on this first down, and they elude him and get out of the back.
Scrambles there earlier in this first half.
Scoring a touchdown on their first possession of the quarter, and on first down, this is 2nd and 6. And they go right at the Bama defense. Malik Jackson is with a whopping 52. Pete Golding, the defensive coordinator, meaning that there is nothing critical. There's nothing you can critique. He just has this and he has that.
Just amazing productivity.
Again, getting rid of it quickly, and Tyrone Howard miss transfer that comes in after
able to get back there quickly.
Dominated the second quarter. Here comes and this is Bugs Mortimer around on 3rd and 1 under center. Rogers
dropped the snap.
On 2nd and 10, Rogers. This is underneath and caught. It'll be 3rd and short. That Bama defense on the field. He's under pressure, on the field, and he has run for the first.
Coming back from the center judge, oftentimes it's for holding. Yeah, I mean, were I to be a defensive end, I'd do it and keep.
Rogers doesn't have anything open and just run.
You had back-to-back empty offensive possessions for the Alabama offense.
To Coley Harvey here in a minute. They got to go 93 yards minutes to score some points. This is a good start.
This is a comfort zone really for the offense. They have
1 yard before that play. Young holds on to it, and that's the catch for Cameron Latu.
Yeah, it looked like he might have gotten twisted around a little bit. Pressure.
Only had 1 career touchdown catch before this season as Latu last year had a school record for tight ends with 8 touchdowns.
Jermaine Burton in the slot to the left.
Young tries the deep ball, and did Latu grab that? Yeah.
Over top of Tavier Williams.
Hard to believe that guy was a defensive lineman when he came position in DKR Stadium up there in the stratosphere. And they in the red zone, perfect. Look at this time again, wide open. About what he's seen here in the second quarter. The true freshman with his first ever. He had that all that time back in the 70s. That looked like what Bryce Young had there.
Now this wasn't like a fire drill. You had time. Everyday starter.
Boy, the Cats look for real. Isaiah Phillips gets up near the 28. Coach Saban's offense did in the first drive of the second quarter.
Especially at receiver and some of these new faces when you're not on the field.
Coach Saban's team has faced some adversity, and they're up 35-7 with the Heisman Trophy winner.